Alright, so in this video, I'm going to do something that I haven't done in such a long time. And this particular river that we're going to, I used to fish this a lot with my parents when we were kids. My parents used to take me and my siblings out here, and we would spend hours wading this river, swimming and catching all of these, little creek chubs and shiners. And that's what we're going to be doing today is we're targeting creek chubs and shiners. Alright, so I'm here, finally out on the river, and basically what I'm looking for is deeper sections. Typically these fish like to kind of congregate deeper holes. I gotta be very careful when I'm wading through this river because there's rocks everywhere, and all of these rocks are covered with algae, so that makes it super slick. You can easily lose your footing and go for an unexpected swim, and I can't afford to do that, especially lugging this camera around. So I got to really take my time, check my footing, and make sure that I'm moving along here safely. But I'm coming up to my first location here. I'm gonna show you what I'm using for today. So all I'm using is, these small little trout redworms. Ideally, you would like to kind of use like an ultralight rod because these fish are obviously so small, but I don't have one, so I'm just using my drop shot rod with a very fast tip here. And I got 8-pound braided line with a 6-pound leader here. I know it's a little overkill, but it's just what I have right now, so that's what I'm going to use. And the hook that I have here is a small, tiny little number 10 octopus hook and one split shot. So all I'm doing is I'm just fan casting down, and I'm keeping that rod tip high, and I'm feeling for those fish to peck. And there we go, and I'm already on it. And this is what you're getting. You're getting these nice size creek shiners. We're not keeping any of these fish, so we're just gonna let these guys go. There's so many of these fish in here. They're constantly sitting there just pecking on your bait, like that. It's a great way to kind of just get out, in the summer months and kind of cool off and catch these fish. So all I'm doing is just casting down. Again, I'm just holding my rod tip high, and I'm letting this current push my bait down. And there we go, on another one. Here's another nice shiner. This one's bigger. Here we go. Nice little fish. In you go. There we go, another one. It's a lot smaller fish. This one's a little minnow. There's definitely a wide range of different species of fish that swim in here. I know there's smallmouth bass in here. There are red horse suckers, white suckers here as well. So you just never know what you're really going to get. There we go, little guy. Here's another little minnow. If you come across a spot that you know that you're consistently catching fish, just stay. just stay until you fish that whole section out, and if the fish turns off, and then you can just move on down and find a different hole. So this spot's starting to kind of slow down a bit. Probably gonna give this, you know, a few more minutes, and then we're gonna continue on down. I'm walking on down. I'm coming up a really shallow section right in front of me here. Typically, from what I've seen through past experience, you typically don't get a whole lot of hits on these really shallow sections of the river. So I'm gonna continue to move on down until I find some deeper water. Down the river now a little bit. We're gonna try our luck out. Got a few taps already. Little fish, but we're gonna keep going at it and see what we can pull out. There we go. I don't know how well you can see that, but tiny little guy. There we go. Here's another tiny little guy. This one is it's a horny head. I can tell because it's got that little red dot right behind the eye. Horny head. And off you go. Finally. Little minnow here. I don't even know. Forget it. Let's get back in there. You know, you gotta keep an eye out too when you're kind of glancing through the water on these really bright sunny days like this, because the river is so clear. Sometimes you see flashes of these fish kind of rolling in the water, and with the sunlight hitting on their scales, you can see them quite a ways. See, like that, I saw this guy flash. Small little guy. You know, sometimes when you come across like these pockets like this, if you're very quiet and you take your time approaching these holes, you know, these fish aren't spooked. They'll sit right in here, and I'm only tossing like maybe 3-4 feet right in front of me here, and these fish are still in here pecking on it. I'm gonna give this hole a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna move on, because it seems like it's a smaller creek chubs that's hanging out in this little hole. I'm back up to where I was at before when I was first catching those fish up here. I walked all the way down around the bend and then some, and there really wasn't a whole lot down there, so I came back up here to where I was catching fish. I know back up where I was at, there's a bridge, and there's a deeper pocket right underneath that bridge, and from time to time there are some suckers that sit in that hole. So I'm losing a little bit of light here, so I'm gonna spend maybe just 5 minutes or so here, quickly fish this area again. If I don't get a bite, I'm gonna move back up there and see if I can find some fish underneath that bridge. Okay, I'm finally back up by the bridge. Boy, that was no easy walk, even though it's only, you know, shin high. Just walking up against that current really just drains you out. But I'm here underneath the bridge now. I'm gonna walk in there and I'm just gonna check out, see if anything's sitting in that hole. I can see pretty good on down in quite a ways, so I'm just gonna take my time, walk up to see if I spot anything sitting in here. Oh, I see fish in here. Oh yeah, there's suckers in here. Here we go. think I'm on one already. Here we go. Hooked up. Hooked up. There we go. There we go. Look at that. White sucker. It did not take this guy really long at all to pick it up. I just tossed it right in there, and he picked it up immediately. Nice white sucker. In you go. All right, let's catch another one. All right, that didn't take long at all. First cast, and he came up and picked it up immediately. I can still see him in there too. I see a couple of them swimming in there. Oh, I feel pecks. I think I'm on one. Yep, I think I'm on one. Here we go, another one. Oh, look at this one go. This one's a red horse. Oh, look at that guy fight. Oh, these guys are just tanks. Yep, it's a red horse. Come here. Look at that guy. Oh, it's a big guy too. Look at that, gorgeous fish. Nice orange fins. Nice gold. Look at that face. Man, he took that little tiny hook. That's two back to back. First one was a white sucker. Second one's a red horse. All right, let's get this hook back out. That's awesome. Let this guy go. I'm calling it quits. Sun's starting to kind of go down, losing a little bit of light here, and I got to get back in and go pick up my kids. But overall, it was a good afternoon. It's great to just kind of cool off in this water, you know, during summer. But I'll definitely make another trip or two back down here, you know, sometime before summer is over. But if you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.